So for your Atomic History Timeline or Atomic Models Timeline project, what I'd like you to do, please, is include especially Dalton, Thomson, Rutherford, and Bohr, and also the more modern perspectives of the atom and what they look like. Those need to be on a timeline. So you can use this one for a sample. So if you click on that, it will give you this, and you can use these for your information. Okay, now what some people like to do is just copy what that is, but that's not the best way to learn. So instead, what I would recommend is opening a Google Docs and making a table. So you click Insert, and you can't see it right now, but you click Insert Table, and it will pop open like this. So you type in Dalton, Rutherford, Bohr, whoever, all those guys, okay? And then you put all your information in here, okay? And then you have it all nicely together, and you can synthesize what information you want. Okay, so what you need to have in there is on the rubric here. Okay, so you need to show all 10 scientists on that list. It can be different. These guys can be different if you find other models that you're more interested in, but you especially need these for. Okay, details being succinct, that means clear and in short form, right? Not too much information. Make sure you can read it well and be on time. Okay, and your images should be nice. There are lots of videos that you can take a look at to help you with your research. Okay, there's these ones about Ted Ed and Kurzgesagt. There are some PowerPoint presentations that have the model's information on it. Okay, so one of the reasons I want you to do this assignment is to synthesize the information. Okay, repetition helps you learn, but not just by looking at the information over and over, but actually going through and picking out the most important parts. Okay, so open up this PowerPoint, open up this PowerPoint. Okay, use those for your research. Okay, and synthesize them. Here's some samples of work that other students did. Okay, and again, you can go in and take some of their information as well, right? So fill up your Google Docs, right? Have a whole pile of information, and then in your other side of the table, put what you are actually going to put. Right? And maybe a sketch of your image. And you do get some points for your layout, right? So some people make their boxes in advance and then try to squish all the information in. You might want to do a quick rough draft on the back, right? Because they gave you a big piece of paper. So maybe put the front really nice and the back just a really quick sketch. Okay, because while this is an important project, we don't want to spend a billion hours on it either. Okay, so let's watch that our font is not too hard to read. Making it very clear what year and who came up with the idea, that would be great. Okay, a title is always a nice idea. The nice thing about having this top and bottom approach is you can fit more in than if you just had a line down the middle of the page. Okay, rulers, it's nice to use rulers, markers, colors. This person used some tape, that looks pretty cool. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know. But again, part of the point of this is to encourage you to go through a whole bunch of information and condense it into a project so that you really understand it. Okay, and you will be asked to learn this exact same information in grade 10, so you learn it really good now, and you'll be set.